Check, check.
Yep.
Alright, just for my own convenience, because this is going to get hairy otherwise, I'm just going to freaking hot mic it.
Okay.
Break, crew.
No, hey, work. Shut up. That shit doesn't go on stream. We're live, boy.
This is your captain speaking.
As you are aware, we are going to need to crash the fuck out of the sky real quick.
But only pretend.
Only for pretensies.
But really crashing.
Yes. Alright, so last time we left off, you guys had, well, we had quite an interesting time. You had successfully played hospital for the kobolds, who you promptly left behind on the Bowery Plains.
You make it sound so bad.
You know they're like allergic to sunlight, right? At least they got tints.
They got those.
Rhino doesn't know shit about kobolds.
Yeah, I didn't make an intelligent character.
Yeah. Well, somebody did, but that somebody hasn't showed up for 2 sessions. So,
Yup.
Continuing on. Hell, we're gonna like probably try to recruit from Twitch chat. But, anyways.
Are there people in Twitch chat?
Hopefully, eventually. None right now. But you met with an interesting, to say the least, alchemist who provided some medical assistance. And then you were informed about 2 cases that needed your looking into by the royalty of the land. One of which involved a lone orc barbarian and several gnolls harassing a village in the Golden Chain. And the other had to do with mysterious disappearances in the Goatlands. You opted to check out the Golden Chain. So it is somewhat early in the morning. You've just pieced out of the Lizard Lounge before they could figure out who drew dicks on everybody's face in a drunken stupor last night. And so at this point you are outside the Crown City heading up towards the Golden Chain.
Yup.
Okay.
So how are you planning to get there? I mean, you obviously have this roughly crude map, so these things right here are rivers. There's an intersection coming up.
Oh, I
so
see.
You can either stick to them or not stick to them. You may be able to find paths and roads or bridges.
Do we have a road map?
There is unfortunately not a good road map. The cartographers were all promptly fired and then cannibalized by the king or something like that.
I see. That is unfortunate.
Okay.
We don't know the location of any bridges or anything like that?
No, not really. You're kind of following a road at this point, but it's at some points it's less a road and more a path.
Alright, well, okay.
A lot of people use the rivers for navigation here.
Well, maybe we can hitch a ride.
That's not a bad idea. I definitely don't have the coin for a horse or anything fancy like that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys...
I don't have the coin for much of anything.
You guys are going to attempt to hitchhike, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Hopefully we don't have to suck too many dicks.
Well, let's see what you can find.
Or we can just murder hobo it.
Alright, so it is not too terribly long before a empty cart comes rolling by with a kind of elderly-looking person driving 2 horses. And he notices you guys with your thumbs out. He's like, "You need a ride? Where are you going to?"
Golden Chain.
The Golden Chain, which part?
You know, that's a good point. I guess just anywhere there, and I'm sure then we can pick our way along.
Fair enough, hop on in. He seems somewhat excited, as though this is going to be a long trip and he just wanted somebody to talk to. His accent is somewhat grating to your ears, but Beggars can't be choosers when it comes to rides.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so you successfully load up into the cart, and it starts rambling on. Around this point, you can see where the two rivers intersect,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see that while the one coming from the north seems to have a relatively stable stream, the one coming from the east is almost entirely dried up at this point.
Huh.
Is that normal? I'll ask the guy.
No, that ain't normal. That started about 6 months ago, maybe. About half a year, a couple seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Does that river go into the Crown City eventually?
Well, you see back south there is where they mix up, and then that rolls into Crown City.
Okay. Alright. I wonder if that has anything to do with the water in the city, thought Tess.
Probably. I'd say it's likely.
Oh, Jarvis and Louise said it had something to do with them there lizard folks, but I ain't seen none of them.
Lizard folks?
Yeah, Jarvis is out east about by Three Hat Lake, about 3 days from the Golden Chain out to the east. And he said he seen some lizard folk up there, and I used to go there. I ain't never seen no lizard folk out there.
Alright. That's interesting.
Do you think someone has dammed up the river for some reason? Or diverted it for irrigation?
Could do. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's just taken it upon themselves to mess about with the river. Not many people are out to stop them doing it.
Well, it's this Northo River right here. That's the water for the Golden Chain mainly. We already irrigated it already. We ain't never had no problems with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what a river looked like when it's dammed up.
Keep that in mind. Might be worth going to have a look at that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Enough people going around messing with the rivers, it's just not right.
Alright, so you come along to a little area where there seems to be a couple rocks and kind of like some sandbar type thing. And it looks like that's where he's going to attempt to cross the river.
Uh-huh.
You know, y'all keep your eyes out. There might be a gator out here.
A gator?
Gators?
Yeah, alligator. You ain't never seen no alligator?
Not in person.
I wasn't aware they lived around here.
Yeah, you see them out in the marshland sometimes. They live up and down the river. Sometimes you see them sunning themselves.
That's good to know. Are they pretty even-tempered, or
Yeah, if they get too hungry, they might try to bite at you. We can just get along with her easy.
just bite at you?
Alright, roll up perception checks.
As expected.
Oh, hey.
No, that's persuasion. Perception.
Please do not bite me, Mr. Gator. Please,
I am friend.
please no masticate. Alright, so as you cross the river, you do not see any gators in either direction. So you
Oh, come on.
successfully
I mean, that's good, I suppose.
you successfully ford your way across the river and do not see any alligators and are
Check
not
for
currently bitten.
invisible traps, Schmoopy.
Alright. So the cart is across the river. What are we on? Is this just a generic cart type thing? Or
you can see like little tiny bits of hay. It looks like he's probably transporting his produce from the Golden Chain to the Crown City on a somewhat regular basis.
Okay.
So you're essentially riding in the back of a hay wagon here.
Alright.
But there's not much hay
Okay.
because that's already been delivered.
Okay. Alright.
Plenty of passenger room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every now and then I'll
Stretch my
see
legs
somebody
out.
trying to get out here to Golden Chain. Usually ain't too much going on.
Hmm.
There's only, what, 5 villages?
Well, I suppose that makes it easier to... haven't got that many villages to pick through.
What's bringing y'all folks out here anyways?
We've heard about null attacks in the area.
Oh, them gnolls. That's what's going on down in Autumnvale. They used to say that them gnolls wasn't that bad. They just take the scraps. But now there's this big ugly old orc, and it's smashing the place up.
Oh yeah.
So it's the orc that's the problem.
Well, the gnolls come in, then the orc comes in, and the orc starts fighting the gnolls, and the gnolls starts fighting the orc, and everybody runs and hides, and it bashes everything up, scares off all the horses, all the cows, all the sheep. And then at this point, he just starts rambling on and lists off about 50 to 60 different types of livestock before you can stop him.
Is this?
Alright,
Are we playing this like Call of Cthulhu? Do we have to make a sanity check?
No, there's no sanity after about the 25th farm animal.
Oh, okay.
You at this point, you would never realize that there were that many types of cattle, but by God, you know now.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Alright, so I'll eventually interject with wait. So you said the orc is fighting the gnolls.
Yeah, the orc's fighting gnolls, and gnolls fighting the orc. I don't know why, but that's what's going on.
Okay. Alright. When? How long have you been away from the villages?
Only a couple days. I come down here about every time I load up the cart. Takes about a day or so to get there, a day or so to sell everything, a day or so to get back. It's about a 3-day journey.
Okay. And did you hear any of like the last whereabouts maybe of this orc or where the gnolls have been? Somebody we could talk to about it.
I guarantee you find somebody down there in Autumnvale who knows what's going on.
Are you going to be
Alright.
traveling all the way down to Autumnvale, or are we going to have to get out and walk?
Well, Autumnvale's the southernmost one, so I can drop you off there at Autumnvale, and then I can carry my way on back up to Summervale.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
All right, the sun is now starting to set, but it's not quite set yet. You're on your way there. Let's see. All right, make perception checks as you
Not
kind of
again.
meander down the path.
I perceive.
So, kind of as you're in this area, you're starting to see a couple more. Just trees are starting to pick up. There's less like wide open fields and more trees. And you hear some kind of buzzing, but you're not sure where it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I will sit up with my my heavy crossbow. I'll say to the guy, do you hear that buzzing sound? What? Do you get any kind of,
Yeah, he looks.
buzzing things here?
Yeah, he looks a bit unhappy to hear it, but he kind of continues on. He says something like, "Yeah, sometimes you get wasps or bees out here. They ain't usually that loud, though."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it now?
Quarrel with us.
I hope so too.
Yeah, the sun is just starting to set.
Okay. Don't want nothing to do with no buzzing, no insects.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hang on. I'm just doodling up literally the worst map you've ever seen in your entire life.
I'm ready.
So it's the same as every other map.
Yes, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
So at this point, let's see.
Oh man, we got a divider too.
The cart's right around here at this point. And
Nice.
you two are in the back of the cart.
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Got my token.
We got a new map, and that means something action is about to happen.
Something is happening. He went through the effort of
Hey,
drawing a new
you know,
map.
maybe we're just gonna, travel from one side of it to the other, and then you'll put us back on the world map.
Oh,
All
yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that is not the case. As it appears that there are now. Oh, those are premium assets. Shit, I'm too poor to afford those. one sec. We gotta get the poverty version of this token. Let's see. Damn, there's a lot of monsters that start with giant. Just so y'all know.
Yeah, you got giant bees.
Giant wasps, I've heard of, yeah.
Yeah.
Just looking through my
hornets as well, I think.
Oh, yes.
Giant seahorse is also an option, though. That could be what's making the buzzing noise. You never do know. No, unfortunately, it is just regular old gigantic wasps.
Ah, yes.
And,
regular old gigantic wasps.
Frankly, I'm disappointed.
All right, so roll up some initiative
All
here.
right.
Let's see.
Boop. Oh, I'm rolling really badly today.
Yeah, I haven't had much luck so far. That means it's coming later.
Playing that late game.
Yeah. It's a pretty solid strat, to be honest.
Roll them again, hang on. Don't roll them again. Just give me a sec. I've got to.
Okay.
Everything's breaking.
As expected.
Yep.
But
I was fully prepared for this.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what these boys get for their initiative. You know, I just realized I should probably...
0.
Alright.
Got him.
156.
They got 156. These guys are they are wasps, dude. They're pretty quick.
Yeah, they're going fast.
Yeah, they gotta go fast.
Distorted Green Hill Zone.
Alright, so they've got a 15, so they will be going first.
Alright.
So this boy is gonna fly up, and he's gonna try to give you the Stingerino.
Whoa.
I would say that's a hit.
It is a hit.
And the target must take a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Boy! Oh, okay. No, it's good. I've got good constitution.
Alright.
It's still half as much
So-
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take 3d6, so... So, that you
unconscious.
take 4, and then you take 9 fucking damage.
9 oh, okay, yes. Yeah, no, I'm not unconscious. I'm just
Okay.
nearly unconscious. Good stuff.
Are you at that low HP?
I have 3.
You didn't recover before?
No, I did my max as well.
Oh. Well,
Alright.
Such is life.
I suppose.
This next wasp is going to come up and do the very same type thing.
Oh no.
The toss.
You better not. I dodged that.
Alright, that's a clean miss. And now, it is Rheinald's turn.
Okay. I, being stung by this wasp that has no business being the size that it is, I am going to grab my great sword off the cot where it lay and swing up at it. So, let's see. Yep.
Alright, I would call that a hit.
Assuming, yep.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Holy
Right, son.
Alright, so this has gone from being a wasp to being a dead wasp. Alright. Now, foot toss, your turn.
Oh yes. Well, you know I'm gonna take that quarterstaff and attempt to emulate my friend, even though I don't have as much damage potential.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
I assume that's a hit as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're going with yes on that.
5 damage, not 14 damage.
So this one is still buzzing around and it's rather pissed, so it's gonna attempt to sting you again.
Not again. Ah, damn it.
Alright. Make your make your constitution save, boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, make your constitution save.
Where's that? Saving throws, Constitution. Whoop.
That is a
Nice.
successful make, so instead you will take 12 damage.
12 damage is still a lot.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, I mean, just imagine you're getting stung with a stinger that's the size of a sword.
Yeah,
It's-
but
it's-
I only have 11 hit points left.
Boy,
that's like... How do you have 23 at level 2?
he's
That's
huge.
quite a lot of HP.
Because I'm
Okay.
huge. I'm a monk.
Alright. Fair.
That's what we do.
Wait, we're still level 1 or 2?
You've leveled up.
Love-
Oh shit, I didn't do my level up.
That
That's what I
explains
fucked up.
a whole lot.
I'll do it after this. It'll only take me a sec.
I only did the HP, I think.
Alright, well, I'll let you guys both handle your level
Or
uppery as soon as we get
Did
to
I
town.
even? Did I even
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
HP?
Either way, it's your turn, Reinald.
I think I did
Okay.
23 at level 1.
You shouldn't have 23 at level 1.
Are you sure?
I don't think there's any way
What's
to have
your
23 at level 1.
constitution bonus?
+2.
+2, and what's your hit die? Probably a d12.
That's a monk, I think. Hang on, let
Yeah,
me check.
something like that. I don't know. I had a lot of HP.
Monk. It's when it's D8, so you should have 10 HP at level 1.
Yeah, 10 HP at level 1, and he's got what?
Oh, okay.
An unreal amount right now. We'll figure it out later. Just
Yeah.
kill the fucking
It's cool.
wasp so we can
Alright,
carry on.
I am going to express my displeasure at my friend being stung by stabbing the shit out of this one as well.
Alright.
That looks
I
like
am
a successful
only allowed to
stab.
roll 19s. Hang on, I can re-roll one of those dice.
There is no need. This is a dead-ass wasp.
Okay, very good. Very
Alright.
good. Alright, fuck these wasps, man.
Alright, so
Got no time for such things.
with that being done,
It's time to level up from last time.
I need some.
And retroactively apply the damage that was just done to us.
So we're heading back to the world map now.
So I get 1d10 plus 2.
And you finally make your way to
Nice.
the most poorly drawn village of them all, which is Autumnvale. Now this may or may not work right, so
Okay.
here's hoping. It did
So-
not. It did not work right.
That's cool. Is it night?
It will.
I just
It is actually already night though, so now.
My guy doesn't have dark vision, so this is canon.
I mean, they'll probably have a light or two on.
4. That's not a good D8 roll. Okay. So,
It's pretty much right in the middle.
I
You can do a
turned
lot
on
worse.
has sight,
Okay.
so
So you
I
get an
have-
extra 6.
I get an extra 6?
Because it's your dice roll plus your constitution modifier. So wait, what was your constitution? It's +2, right?
Yeah, it's +2.
Yeah, so it'd be 4 + 2, and then so you should have a total of 16.
But I just did a 1d8 +2, and I rolled a 2, and I got +2, so it's 4.
Oh, right, sorry,
But I'll take 6 though.
I think 6 is like the probably recommended amount.
Because that's like middle of the road.
Yeah. The source material now says you can either take the average or you can do a dice roll.
Alright,
Oh.
can you guys see anything yet or no?
I still just see a black square.
Alright, I've forgotten how this was done.
So
It's cool.
I've
And I have
got,
faith you'll remember.
instead of having 11 hit points remaining, I have 4.
It's all good.
And it's just the hit points is the only thing that changes, right?
So you get, as well... Hang on, let me look. You'll get, like, a feature as well or something. Let me see what it says.
Feature.
So you get key and unarmored movement. And I don't know much about monk, but, like,
Okay.
you can do some crazy shit with, like, key.
Yeah, you do crazy shit with key.
It should say, if you look up, like, on the Roll20 wiki thing, if you look up the monk class, it'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't understand why you guys can't see. I'm working on it.
It's cool. There's always going to be stuff to figure out in the first couple of sessions.
Let's see. Monk. 8 plus your constitution modifier. See, that was... Oh, you can choose 5 plus con modifier?
Yeah, I think that would be the average.
Okay, yeah. Don't mind if I take that extra hit point. For a total of 17.
I think I see the problem here.
I am proficient with this stuff.
Hey, there we go.
Unarmored movement, plus 10 feet.
If memory serves me correct, I should at this point be able to
And I've got
turn
2
off Fog of War.
2.
All right. So just let me know when you guys are ready to proceed.
Yep. I can now, on my turn, I can take an extra action, like an extra full action, and I can do it once per long rest. Which is pretty cool.
Okay. So do I get to use any of these key abilities?
Let me look.
I would say ask Young Lean, but that boy is gone right now.
He's fucking passed the fuck out.
Probably not, like, yeah.
Okay, you can spend these points to fuel various key features. You start knowing 3 such features: Flurry of Blows, Patient Defense, and Step of the Wind.
Okay.
You learn more key features as you gain levels in this class.
Right.
So when you spend a key point, you regenerate them after a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Flurry of Blows.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend a key point to get 2 unarmed attacks as your bonus action.
Yeah.
For Patient Defense, you can spend a key point to take the dodge action. So, like, basically like a reaction to being attacked to try to dodge it. Step of the Wind, you can spend a point to take the disengage or dash action.
Yeah.
So you can either dash, or you can, like, not provoke an attack of opportunity and get away.
Or I can jump super far.
Oh yeah, that's pretty sick. Yeah. Alright.
Get that Jedi jump.
Yeah, man.
Alright. Now I've got special abilities.
Nice.
Fuck
I
yeah.
like that there's literally one token for, like, just a person.
There's only one.
Yeah, there's, like, this person right here, and that's about it.
You get the dude.
You get this chick right here, and
It's
that's
the
basically
dude.
it.
It's like, hey, Aldacia, you notice that every single person we've met throughout this campaign has looked like the dude?
I wasn't going to say anything, but now that you mention it.
But yes, you've made your way into town. You've been dropped off by your country yokel, who has continued on up the Golden Chain to his
Alright.
other errands, being a country farmer yokel. At
Yep.
this point, it's about
Sure.
8 p.m., so most of your farmer-type folks have turned in because they got to get up at 4 in the morning and go do farmer stuff. However, there is one, like, little tiny inn-type place, and you see a woman standing outside of it.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go and talk to her and start there and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I'll walk over, be like, "Hello there, my good woman. How are things in this splendid little village?"
Well, they'd be great if somebody would stop beating the you-know-what out of all of our houses. It's been rough lately, I'll say that. What brings y'all here this late? It's awful late. It's really not that late.
Well, we heard about some disturbances with gnolls and some orc in the area.
Yes, they come up and they start trying to steal food sometime in the morning, usually every couple days. And about every time it happens, this big old orc comes in and starts smashing the place up.
Smashing the place up.
Smashing it up.
Yeah, it's like the orc's trying to beat the gnolls or something and smash their brains in, but just can't do it. And instead, it's our houses and our chickens and our goats and whatever else is taking the punch.
Okay. That's unusual. So does the
Uh.
orc take anything when it shows up?
Not
Or does
really.
it just end up
it just
wrecking
seem-
everything?
It just ends up wrecking stuff mainly.
Okay. This is strange.
Do you think they're genuinely trying to defeat the gnolls, or are they just... Do they have something else in mind, perhaps?
Well, it's hard to tell. It's not like you can ask it any questions.
Good point. Good point. Orcs don't tend to be the most talkative types, especially not when they're in the middle of a rampage. How long have the gnolls been fighting this orc? Or whatever?
Well, they've been here for as long as I can remember, but usually they just take the scraps and skedaddle on out. But now with the orc, they're a bit more ornery than they used to be, and they've started getting a little more aggressive. They started taking chickens and cows and pigs, and then she proceeds to lift off the exact same 60-plus farm animals in the exact same order.
Yeah, I like catch up to her and try to remember what the other guy said, and then yes, and the western lowlands cattle, and yeah, I know.
And
I'm just
she,
looking
at the
yeah,
overview.
roll a persuasion check real quick.
I'm just...
She's like, how do you know about the western lowlands cattle? She doesn't seem very convinced of anything.
I was talking to the kind gentleman that let us hitch a ride on his cart here. It's quite fascinating, really.
Oh, that's probably old
Is it now?
Farmer Jenkins up from Winterville. He's a little bit crazy, I think. At least he knows his animals, though.
Mm.
Anyways, can I fix y'all a place to sleep for the evening? It's about time to turn in.
I guess we will need somewhere to sleep.
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, not at
We
all,
wouldn't
not
want
at
to
all.
invade.
So she brings you into this place, which half of it looks like a house and the other half looks like it's a place sort of designated for people to crash. And she just kind of comes in here. There's a couple of really shoddy hay stuffed looking mattresses, but I mean, what are you gonna do at this point?
Yeah. That's not too bad. I'll follow him in. So, we're mainly looking to try and find these gnolls or this orc, or at least try to track down some more information about them. So, if you think of anything that would be useful for us to know, or anybody we can talk to, and do let us know. But we'll turn in here when it's time. We might have to look around a little bit more.
She's like, all right, well, y'all still stay safe. It's awful late out. And it's really,
I'll try my
really
best.
not. But yeah.
What do you think, though, Des? What should we do now?
I really like this track, but I wish it looped better.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do we know when this orc is going to be coming out? Is there a regularity to his attacks? Or is it whenever the gnolls show up?
Are you asking this to the woman?
Yeah. Sure.
It's basically just whenever the gnolls show up. I don't know how that orc knows. I'm getting sick of it, honestly. I'm just trying to sit here and live a happy little farmer life, and I just can't because this orc.
When do the gnolls show up?
They show up about, I'd say, every couple days. They showed up roughly 2 days ago last time. It's typically every 2 or 3 days. We're probably overdue.
During the day?
During the day, just whenever. They don't have no sneak to them or nothing. They just show right up.
Thank you for letting us know.
Well, I guess we could just wait here and wait for them to show up and then see what happens. The other option would be to go out and try looking for them, but it sounds like they're probably going to come to us.
Yeah. We should conserve our strength, I think. Rather than try and look for them.
Good idea, yeah. Okay. If I look I look around the houses, these are just farmers' homes. There's no shop or anything.
No, this is like a very sort of rustic. This place is not designed for visitors, really. If they need anything, they go somewhere else.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, I'll be content to just kind of stay here and be on the lookout.
All right. Yo, Liff showing up in the chat, posting some squigglies. I guess that's Arabic. I don't know what the Arabic hello is, so I just can't even Yeah, no, I don't know what that is. Dim some squiggles right there.
It's assalamu alaikum, bro.
It was an accident, okay? It doesn't actually... Oh, he was trying to type the little O/ thing, but instead he did it in Arabic, which comes out to squiggle, 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 squiggle.
Oh.
Alright, so you guys turn in. Hey, you go down, you lay to sleep on the mattresses. You gain the benefits of a long rest. As you're laying there, you fall asleep. It's kind of hard to fall asleep, but once you wake up, you feel super refreshed, and it's the comfiest bed ever. Kind of just because the hay is sort of sunken in around your body, and you're just kind of perfectly form-fitted. Why is there a turn order with giant wasps on it? There's no more giant wasps. You killed them all. But then, let us see. You wake up the next morning as soon as I press the happy morning song. I'm going to have to get some more songs. And nothing seems awry as you wake up just yet.
Alright. Is there anybody else in the house/barn/sleeping area that just came out of?
No, it's completely empty. If you step outside, you can look around and see that sort of out in the fields, everybody's kind of tending to their crops or tending to their animals or tending to whatever needs tending to at the moment.
It all seems
They've
fairly
probably been awake since 4:30 or 5.
So, how much health do we recover from a long rest?
You get it all back.
It's full, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's full? Okay.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Let me just mistype and give myself 27 HP.
Yeah. That's the strategy right there. I might not notice. Alright, so you've woken up, you've stepped outside of the building. What would you like to do at this point?
I don't know. We could inspect the premises. Try
Yeah.
and survey some of the damage.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So if we look at the houses, like, go around and look like at the sides of these houses and stuff, do there seem to be any kind of like damage, or like the kind of pens and stuff? Is there anything like smashed up and such?
Oh yes, there's definitely multiple broken windows. There's, especially in the sides of the walls or like around the corners. There especially seems to be a problem on the corners of the houses. There's either like huge gashes, like it was maybe done with some sort of bladed weapon, or just like giant bashes that would be some sort of bludgeoning weapon. And most of the houses kind of have them sort of around the corners. You can see sort of behind each house is kind of where they put their scraps, their trash or whatever. They might be composting it or at least attempting to save it for whatever reason. Right,
Okay.
make investigation checks while you're investigating.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Investigation. Whoop. A.
Nice.
Alright, well, while you're investigating, you kind of find some tracks. You're not really sure what they belong to. But you can see some tracks that aren't your typical people footprints.
Or livestock footprints?
No. They
Okay.
look different. And they would be right about here, behind this house, is where you'd find them.
Luxo Grubba? Which house?
Did you see that? Right. Yep.
Oh, over here.
And they kind of head away. And you can see where there's a burlap sack that's been torn open, and it looks to be full of, like, just dinner scraps from either last night or whenever. But some of it has been rummaged through pretty clearly.
So. Hey, I think I found our gnolls.
Oh yeah.
Or at least
Okay.
signs of them. Woo! That was a hell of a move.
Yeah, he heard that. He perked right up. Was like, "You found him? Yeah.
Yo, what's all right?
What's good?"
Fuck yeah, son! All right, what do we got here? Little like tracks and stuff.
Not only tracks, but signs of their passing.
You mean like,
yes, I
tracks?
see.
Shut up.
Yeah, I see. So, well, I suppose we could follow this. What do you think? It seems better than just sitting around here. I don't like...
Well, where does it lead off to? Is it like leading into woods?
Yeah,
or
it leads kind of like alongside a field, sort of through a irrigation-looking ditch. It's not really full of water. It's just kind of swampy-ish. And it kind of goes down in there and through a field and up over a hill into some woods.
Well, we could try and track the tracks. See where it leads us. I don't think we're getting anything done staying here.
Yeah, I'd agree. Alright. Let's try and follow the tracks.
Alright.
I've really got to adjust this white balance on this camera real quick. I apparently look even pastier than normal. Ah, there we go. No helping it, really. I'm just super white. Alright, so... we'll kind of load you over here just for a measure of kind of where you're at and what's going on. Let's get a green background. That's extremely green. That's too green. That's
Ow.
excessively green.
My retinas.
Your retinae. Alright, that's less green.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's a better green.
Yeah, I can get behind this green.
It's less.
Alright, so coming away from that house, you sort of see this ditch type thing kind of along the way.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now
And
we
then
got
all
it.
of this is just some kind of grain, wheat, or something along those lines.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then over here is what appears to be like corn or something growing. And so,
All right.
let me see if I can drag you guys in here pretty easily.
Glorious agriculture.
Yes. The agriculture is quite agriculture-y. You guys should be able to move these.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Back on the grid.
Yep. And as you guys follow the tracks, they kind of lead this way.
Alright. I guess I'll just keep following them along.
Yeah, up and around. And then they disappear into the cornfield.
Huh.
Alright, make perception checks.
Children of the corn.
This is where it all takes a very dark turn.
The knolls of the corn.
Yeah. I guess I was rolling for the mid game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the tracks go into the corn. You can't really see where they come out, but you hear kind of a scuffling as though they might still be inside the corn, or there's something in the corn.
Mm-hmm.
The heck?
These aren't the tracks of farmers. Do you think they're stealing the ears from the corn
We certainly could be.
husks themselves?
Yeah. I mean, it's fairly slim pickings unless it's processed, but gnolls will eat pretty much anything as far as I'm aware. Yeah, maybe we should at least go and see what's making that noise.
It'll be hard to see in the cornfield, though.
That's true, but I'm more happy.
Assuming as I am, as that the corn is ready to be harvested.
Yes, it's about the season that the corn would be in full corny bloom.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we better just head in there. I'm gonna heft my great sword out and just kind of use it to nudge my way through the corn towards the source of any kind of scuffling I can hear.
Alright, make
I'm gonna
a...
use.
Yeah, both make perception checks again to see if you can kind of make your way closer to where the scuffling is coming from.
I'm kind of using my quarterstaff to part the way.
Alright, so...
Oh, that's the wrong check.
Reinald has absolutely no idea. And
I'm intimidating the corn.
he's intimidating the corn.
You better not harbor these fugitives, Corn.
Yeah. Thudtas, you make it a little bit closer into the corn. You can hear something definitely over to your west, but you're not sure precisely where.
Man, I think there's something to my west.
There's something to the west.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna like barge my way back through the corn. Like, huh. Alright. I'm just gonna set off in this direction.
All right. We've got to stay close because visibility is really low.
Oh, yeah, good point. Alright.
Alright. Really quick, make a dexterity check. you see something kind of dash out of the corn and across towards the south.
I am so good at dexterity. Oh, that's a dexterity save. Whoops. Dexterity check.
That's still pretty damn good.
All right, so you both attempt to reach out and grab what might be scuffling through the corn, and you have located a runaway pig.
A runaway pig.
Yep. It is now squealing bloody murder as though it is unhappy that you have grabbed it.
Well, that's...
Well,
I've never seen a gnoll that looks like that before.
we found the source of noise, perhaps, but
great.
the pig didn't make those tracks.
That's a good point. Do I know whether the pig would have been able to make those tracks? Do they...
Nah,
Well, I asked him if they were like
piggy
livestock
feet do
tracks.
not look like that.
Okay. So if I look around, can I, like... Is there still any noise coming from anywhere in the cornfield?
No, you don't hear anything from in the cornfield. However, as you're busy wrestling with the pig, you suddenly hear a loud shriek coming from the town, and you hear what appears to, or what sounds like several angry farmers yelling angry farmer phrases.
Oh, God.
Get out of here! Get!
Who has the pig?
At this point, you have the pig.
I have the pig.
You
All
have
right.
the pig.
I'm hoisting the pig under one arm and then just barging through the cornfield, just like pushing corn out of the way and leaving a track
All right.
out towards this side of the cornfield
We
and
are
running
making-
back
All
towards
right,
the town.
so it
we're
takes
making
you.
tracks.
It takes you a couple minutes to get back to town with pig in tow. And as you kind of arrive here in the town, you can kind of, just out of the corner, make out two gnolls that have disappeared off of this side, and then a barbarian chasing them.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to, like... I guess I'll run towards that and just chuck the pig as gently as possible down onto the ground, which isn't very gently at all. It's not really my primary concern at this point. I'm gonna want to, like, run over here and see. So is the orc chasing after them?
Yes, the orc is chasing after them.
Okay. I'll shout, "Stop! You!"
Stop
Pig.
you! Yeah, there's the pig. And
This will be important later.
the
Pig was a key item. You dropped it.
Yeah. She's not listening. She takes a swing at one of the gnolls as they're kind of disappearing around the corner, and just bashes the ever-loving hell out of the side of this house. This orc is like 7 foot tall. Looks like it could bench press a cow.
Mm-hmm.
And just utterly bashes a huge hole into the side of this house, and then carries on chasing the gnoll away. And they kind of get away in that direction before you're able to do anything about it.
Well, I think let's go. Let's go after them.
Yeah, we should follow them.
I'm just gonna run off. Sorry, just before we go any further, I just need to go to the bathroom.
All right.
Okay.
That gives me a second
2
to
secs.
kind of set up.
The next encounter, in which you should have kept the pig.
That pig would have been super useful. Actually, maybe not. No telling.
The pig was the only way to distract the guards, so that you could sneak around them and head directly to the leader. Or it could have been Thudtoss's only projectile weapon.
Just pig launching.
Yes, pig shot put. Excuse you.
Pig put. Sounds like a delicious watermelon, my man.
Oh yes, it is a very delicious watermelon. Do you want me to mute the mic when I'm eating watermelon?
Nah, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
Alright, you on back. Okay. So you're chasing after this orc?
Yeah, one sec while I'm finishing setting up this room.
Yeah, sure.
I might just have to zoom the map out more on the stream version. Let's see. I have no idea what I've just done, but I think I broke something.
It's all good.
Alright, let's drag you over to this new thing and see if you can see anything. You cannot. So, that's good.
No, I can see something.
Oh, you can see
I can
something?
see the bottom. I can see the bottom.
Oh,
But they
okay,
didn't
no,
move
that's
my token
perfect.
around.
That's perfect then.
Oh, hell yeah, son.
Alright, so...
That's some thick corn.
Yeah, extra thick corn and wheat. So yeah, this corn and this wheat is like very, very tall. So you kind of have a hard time seeing around it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. So go ahead and roll initiative. I'll bring the turn order back up and
Oh boy.
delete this here giant wasp.
Give you some initiative. I get knocked out of the park again. That's alright though.
Let's see, I don't have a... Where the hell's the initiative roll for this? Okay. Wait, why are the gnolls up there now? Oh, that's not right. So it was what, a 14?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then the gnolls...
The gnolls.
The gnolls get... a 9.
Nueve. Dead
Scrubs.
last. So slow.
Casuals.
Victory conditions. Defeat all enemies.
Yeah. Alright, so you cannot see exactly what's going down just yet, but it is gonna be your turn, Reineld.
Okay, am I on the turn tracker?
You should be. You're
I
there.
don't see it on mine, but it's
You're
cool.
there
I
for
believe
me.
in you.
Hang on.
He's not
Don't
on
worry
there
about
for
it.
me either.
I believe in you.
Alright. You see it now?
I see it, but I'm a 0,
Alright.
which is not... That's not very realistic.
Alright, how about now? Are you in the appropriate
Well, no,
location?
it says 14.
Yeah.
I'm 19.
Oh, you're 19?
Yeah, man.
Balls.
Yeah, he's 19.
I'm
super
12,
good.
and what is this?
Oh well.
Alright, okay. Fuck yeah.
All right,
Okay.
it's correct
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So I heard them run up past this cornfield, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to here.
All right.
And, oh, I can see some knolls, right?
I can't actually see what you can see.
I can see some knolls. I can see 4 or 5 knolls, in fact. Like, hang on. Can you see my, like, range indicator?
Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
add you to the Strimboys thing, so it'll show up on the. Let's see.
Okay.
Edit can be. Okay, yeah, now I can see what you can see. And the stream can see what you can see as well. So yeah, you see the knolls.
I see the knolls. So Reinald is, in the absence of further information, going to shout "Stop!" again. Well, not the second, but he's just going to shout "Stop!" and fire
Stop!
at one of the knolls.
Again! Okay, so he's
just stop!
gonna take his shot. Is that within your,
Stop
I'm
again.
100 feet, yeah, exactly.
So does that make
100
you...
feet range
Yeah,
is my normal range.
Okay. Alright.
Is that it?
13 will not hit.
Oh, god damn it.
So it's gonna like make contact, but he's carrying a little shield looking thing and it just lands straight in the shield.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. Let me put these boys in grids proper. Right, so the orc on its turn will
They're on the grid now.
run up and make a great axe attack.
Well, looks like
I've
a
not
hit
made
to
it
me.
stop doing the thing yet. Query advantage.
Oh,
Why is that not the default?
I know, right?
Alright, so
But
it's
yeah.
definitely a hit though, so it's gonna do some
Dang.
damage. It's gonna do a fair bit of damage actually. Let me pop this out.
Great axes are spooky.
Spooky indeed.
Seasonal.
Alright, so that's gonna go straight into this kobold or into this gnoll's shoulder, and he
Gnoll.
does not look too happy about it.
Right into the gnolder.
Right in right in the gnolder. Alright, so that leaves what? Alright, Thudtas, it is now your turn.
It is time for Thudtas to blindly rush around the corner. Hearing his companion say stop means there's definitely something around there. So I'm gonna go up over here, see what I can see. And I do see. Not
You-
too much I can do though.
You do, in fact, see.
Does the ditch over here impede movement in any way?
No, the ditch does not impede movement. I'm just gonna say you can probably jump right over it and just as quickly as you could run across it. It's pretty shallow.
Okay.
Alright.
It's just for my awareness. Yeah, I think I have an extra 10 feet too because of the unarmored movement.
Yeah. And then if
Not-
you want to as
yeah.
well, you could dash.
Oh, that's true. Wouldn't I have to use a key point for that?
No, that you can replace your attack with it because you're not close enough to attack anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to dash all the way up there yet, though.
It's a fair point.
So I'm gonna get up here with my normal movement and kind of cautiously say, you know, hey, wait, stop.
Alright, it is now the turn of the gnolls.
Except not fire a bolt.
Yeah. And they appear to be not listening. So,
Still fleeing.
one's going to flee in that direction. One is going to flee into the corn. Or, that's wheat. One is going to flee
Oh, okay, cool.
this way.
Oh, come on.
This one is heading this way into the corn. I don't know why this warrant's snickering. And this one still has a great axe in his shoulder, so he's going to attempt to bite back.
It's like a Scooby-Doo chase scene, except there are great axes involved.
And of course he's rolling with advantage, but that is not gonna hit. So that's it for his turn.
Alright, so I am going to run up here. I'm just going to, like, burst through this corner here. And again shout, "Stop! Why aren't you stopping?" And then fire another bolt at this gnoll here.
At the null? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have you roll at disadvantage if you're trying to hit the null from there, just because the orc is like 7 foot 300 pounds.
Okay.
If you're trying to hit that null.
Let me see. So can I see these ones?
If you can see him, you can see him. If you can't see him, you can't see him.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll shoot the one on the left.
Alright, make your roll.
Because the one in the middle seems to be occupied.
Yeah. Alright, that is good for a hit.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
So
not
do
bad.
your damage. Alright. So that goes straight into his chest, and he doesn't look super happy about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
However, he is still hanging on. So, right, it is now the turn of the orc,
The orc.
who will dislodge her
He's
great
just
axe
gonna-
and go again. And now it's in the other shoulder, and this gnoll is just not having a good day. A good day is not being had at all for this gnoll.
Mm-hmm.
Thutas, your move.
No fatality yet, though?
No, it's still living, but it's not happy.
I don't know whether I want to start attacking people yet, though. So I keep wanting to call you Rydell, but I know that's not it.
Rydell.
Reynold.
Reynold. Reynold. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta pretend it's a French name.
Winald.
Exactly, man.
Renauld.
My guy is actually French, that's his backstory.
Oh, that's such an unfortunate, tragic backstory.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a man of action. So I'm going to try and club the gnoll that currently has the axe in its shoulder, if I can get there. 2, 6, 8.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. There's
not
so you see this little ruler thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use that to determine movement as well.
Yeah, so I could have gotten there. Let's just club him and then try and talk to this orc. That's my plan.
Sounds good.
Club first, talk later.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of guy
Let's
I
go
am.
clubbing.
That's who Thudtas is.
He likes going clubbing. All right, so
Is that a hit?
he brings down his mighty great staff, and it gets blocked by the shield completely unintentionally.
Well, it
because
just like bounces off the great axe that's
yeah,
in his
it
shoulder.
just kind of bounces. Yeah. All right, it is.
Years of monastery training wasted.
Yeah. It is now Knoll time. And they all seem to disappear somewhat deeper into the fields, except for this poor boy. Which is just... He's going to make another desperation attack here, with this time with a spear. And it's just no good.
Mm-hmm.
So, Reinald, your go.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to heft out my great sword and run up here and try to bring it down on the knoll. God damn it.
You heft up your greatsword, and it bounces off the axe.
I'm just kind of like repeating at this stage, like, stop, stop, stop.
Stop! You have
Please.
violated the law!
Exactly.
Pay the court a fine or it's off to jail.
Exactly, that is pretty much it.
Alright, it is now the orc turn.
Is she gonna show us
And
boys how it's done?
That's gonna be a solid miss.
Oh, maybe not.
So she kind of repositions over this way.
Axe
And-
lodged in ground.
Yep. So you gotta pick the axe back up. Thud Task, now your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna kinda look at Reinald with a bit of suspicion, but continue clubbing because I'm a clubbing man.
Unfortunately, your clubbing has
Completely
gotten you
missed.
nowhere today.
Yeah.
But it looks really pretty, but it just completely misses.
So the gnoll will turn around,
Like there are flips involved.
Nice.
6 flips, and actually deal a little bit of damage with his bite. So the orc also now is taking some unfun damage there. That wound does not look good, but he falls back down, and then he is just going to attempt to cheese it. However, that provokes an attack of opportunity from literally everyone.
Literally everybody.
Alright, yeah, this boy's dead. This boy is just showered in blows, just goes down. However, suddenly from the various crops,
From the crops, they came.
longbows. So, an arrow just kind of flies through the center of all of you and misses from, like, this general area.
Okay.
Alright.
This one is going to squarely hit Thudtas in his side, coming from somewhere over here.
Ow. Fuck.
And it's going to hurt.
Damn. That's not good.
Well, shoot.
That's what they're doing. Alright, this one's going for Reinald from back here. And it's going to hurt as well.
Yeah, it does.
And there's one. Man, these guys are rolling really well today. And that's going to hit the orc. And bring it down to low HP. Or somewhat low HP. After this, though, you hear a significant scuffling going on in the various food fields.
A scuffling and a shuffling.
Yep. Alright, Reinald, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna run up here.
Alright,
So I can't move into it.
yeah, hang on.
I'm
let
disallowed.
me see how I undo a line. Let's see. Okay, so no.
The corn. It's impenetrable.
There's some dark sorcery at work here.
Alright, so as you make your way inside the corn, you can now kind of see within the corn where these boyos are.
Ah.
Okay. So I was here,
Yep.
I think, so this be 30. Can't quite get up to them. However, I can use, let me just make sure I'm getting this right.
I sure can.
Yeah, so I can run all the way over there and then use my action surge to do an attack once I've reached him. So I'm gonna bring my great sword up and attempt to slash this boy.
Alright, slash that boy.
And is it good?
That is a good slash on the boy.
All
And he
right.
Slashes the
And-
boy.
Yeah.
Excellent
hang on.
slash.
Nice. I can re-roll this one. This is kind of an awkward rule to reuse with Roll20, but hang on. So I got a 1 and a 3, plus 3. So that's 10
Alright,
damage
so you've
total.
done 10 damage now?
Yeah, that was 10.
Alright, well, you chop into the boy quite effortlessly, and he kind of makes this loud yowly sound.
Very
And,
good.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yow!
I'm down with that.
Alright, at this, the orc is a little bit confused. We'll see exactly what the plan is. The orc does not have much of an idea,
Oh man.
so we'll start running this way and disappear into the field.
I would say God damn it, but I have no clue that that's happened.
Yeah. Well, Thudtas is in a pickle.
Alright, well, now it is the turn of the gnolls, and you hear much more scuffling, but it doesn't seem as though any more arrows are coming from the sort of like field directions. However, there is the one in front of Reineld, who is going to attempt to fight back for his life.
Okay.
Ow.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, does get a successful hit, but apparently it's whatever.
Hey, no thing.
Minimum damage.
And
Screw
at
potato
this
shit.
point, it is now the turn of Reineld.
Okay,
Oh, wait.
I am
Wait,
going
did I get
to...
skipped?
Yeah, I think you did, actually.
Yeah, you might have.
Yeah.
I don't know why that
Yeah,
would happen.
you just
Okay,
heard
just
scuffling.
take your turn.
Okay. Alright.
I have no idea what
Don't-
the hell happened.
Don't mind if I do. So, we're gonna move up and assist my erstwhile companion Reinald because I don't much care for that orc and his house-destroying ways.
House-destroying ways.
Yeah, nefarious.
Nefarious house-destroying ways. All right.
I'm going to bring my quarterstaff to bear
There we go.
against this
All right.
gnoll.
Well, that is some successful clubbing.
It's, yeah, 3 damage.
Some
Very
successful,
unreliable.
some successful minimum damage clubbing.
Minimum damage clubbing, yeah.
Unreliable. All right. At this point, okay, now it should be Reinald's turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so how injured is this gnoll looking?
He's looking like he's not had a good day, but he can still probably fight.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's no other, like, movement from the surrounding... Okay,
Yeah, you don't.
At this point-
roll a perception check, see if you hear anything.
okay, yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the golden rule. Always roll perception.
Just literally always. Nothing but perceptions. So-
Okay,
Okay, so you don't really hear anything, but the wind is kind of blowing through the wheat and the corn, so it makes it kind of hard to hear. Like,
okay,
if there was something, you wouldn't really know.
yeah. I'm going to throw my greatsword down on the ground and try to grab this guy and fucking suplex him onto the ground and pin him.
All right, make an athletics check.
Dang!
Beat that, son.
All right, so you get him in the collar and elbow tie up, immediately go for the arm lock, followed by a German suplex, and
Sweet.
he's kind of dazed and on the ground now.
Alright. It's like, okay, you're stopped. So, I kind of like, I look, I like, I'm not really sure whether or not the rest of them have actually scurried off, but
Yeah.
so I kind of like, I'm shaking him a bit. Just like, do you speak common?
He makes noises. As
Oh,
though,
god damn it!
although
Oh,
he might
no.
not be, he might be capable of speaking and just like too terrified to think. But
Mm.
you're,
Speak
make
words.
make a nature check real quick.
A nature check.
Yeah.
Got all this nature.
All right. You are aware that he should be able to speak words, but is not currently speaking words.
Okay, so I'm just shaking him basically, like speak
Shake
words.
the baby.
He's like, stop! No shake! No shake! No shake! No shake!
Alright, okay, yeah.
Stop the
keep
shake!
talking.
Stop the
Keep
shake!
talking, and I'll stop shaking you.
Okay. What?
Okay. Why? Tell me what you know about what's going on. What's with that orc that ran off?
Just-
Why are your people attacking this village?
We no attack. We just food want.
Okay, the orc?
We don't know. Orc, come hit us. We don't know. Don't know.
When?
Don't know.
Not long. Every time we hear we want food, then hit, then hurt.
Then orc hit.
Orc hit.
Orc hit.
Orc hit.
Always.
Orc hit every time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get much more out of this, Null. Have you got any ideas?
I think we would get more talking to the orc.
Well, that's what I was hoping for.
But the orc ran off
Yeah,
into that wheat field.
maybe we should run after them.
Alright.
Alright, I'll kind of get up and, like, throw the Null away from me. Like, get!
All right. He kind of just scurries, and he scurries hard.
No stop.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think? Should we see if we can track that orc?
They weren't particularly subtle. They probably left a path through the wheat that we can follow.
Good point. Alright, let's try that.
We still in combat?
No, you're no longer in combat. I'm
Okay.
attempting to find some better music.
Some dark sorcery has been cast upon this field of grain. This majestic field has been robbed of its passableness.
Perhaps this too is one of the plights that ails this kingdom.
Farm's like, I can't get in my field to harvest my crops.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and suddenly, revelation. There's nothing.
All right. So, at this point,
fucking nothing.
it's fucking nothing. Alright, so at this point, the wind is still kind of swaying the wheat. There's kind of blood sort of all over the ground. The farmers are kind of far away, but you can tell you're being looked at from afar. But they're far enough away that you can't really see their faces. They're at a decent distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any kind of, like, track left by the orc through this field?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, make a... Let's see what skills you got to do this with.
Well, if we
I would
can do
say a survival check would be
Mhm.
that, or an investigation, you recall.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright, so you guys definitely find, because, I mean, obviously they weren't trying to be stealthy when they left, they were just trying to go away.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell the gnolls seem to run this way, and the orc seem to go that way.
Different directions.
Different directions.
Okay. Well, I think we should just try and chase after the orc, or at least track it.
I agree.
I mean, my thinking here is this. Gnolls are essentially vermin. Large vermin, but vermin none the same. Anything that's going to be fighting against them is probably more worth talking to than the gnolls. Their motive is obvious. And an orc generally tends to be able to at least speak sometimes, although it may very well attempt to stab us on sight. I really have no compunction about
Seems
stabbing
as
it back, but
likely as anything else.
yeah, I think this is probably our best course of action.
I agree. Let's go find this orc.
Alright. So follow the tracks off, I suppose.
All right. You guys want to take like a 5-10 minute break?
Yeah, sure.
Thing.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
make
gonna go
the,
grab a sandwich.
Yeah, I'll get the next bit ready.
Okay, cool. I will be back in 5.
Yep.
Yeah, at some point I've got to like reheat this pizza.
Still have a lot of watermelon. I was kind of
Expecting other people to eat the watermelon.
not really expecting, but hoping.
Are you tired of having the watermelon? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's watermelon. It still tastes good.
Yeah, I'm not a big watermelon fan. I can't explain why I don't like the taste, but I don't really like the taste.
I think you just don't like anything that tastes like water. That's the feeling you get.
Yeah, that's a weird analysis, but you're not wrong.
You should just think of it as sweet tea that's watermelon flavored.
Alright, well, I'm going to take a second to go grab this food, and I'll be back. Alright, I've returned.
It's me, your boy. Back at it again with the sandwich.
Yeah, I got some pizza that's extremely hot.
Sweet. Are we talking like hot, like sexy hot, or warm hot?
Warm hot.
Oh, okay. I feel somewhat responsible for Gareth passing out earlier.
Yeah, you shouldn't have told him to do what you told him to do.
Well, I didn't think he'd take it so thoroughly to heart, but then I didn't really consider. I forgot that's a thing that happens quite easily.
Alright, just let me know when both of you guys are back. I'm gonna try not to burn myself.
Alright.
I'm already back.
Alright.
Alright, so you follow sort of Orchid's tracks. And mainly you're following like a little trail of dripping blood up to this area. At this point, it's just past midday. You're starting to get a little hungry. And you come up on a cave. And it's kind of, there's woods sort of behind it and around it. But right now you're in a clearing. And outside of it, you can see a couple of things. You see what appears to be a clothesline and some clothing that appears to be made out of like burlap sacks or something hanging on the line. And you see a small patch of what appears to be kind of sad, pathetic, out-of-season pumpkins. You see a, well, it's supposed to be small, but it has to take up the entire 5x5 square, so you see a small cat that's taking up the same size square that a jaguar would.
Alright.
This is strange.
How curious.
The track lead you, but
Well, someone's living here.
Looks like somebody's been living here for a while. Suppose we should investigate. What time of day is it, sorry?
It's past midday. It's like 3-ish, 2 or 3. So you can see, like, over the cave entrance, there's kind of like a mixture of boards and cloth and just stuff to sort of make a wall and a door.
Alright.
It's obviously cobbled together by somebody who has no carpentry skills or anything of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk up there and peer in, I guess.
One sec, I've got to eliminate the... Right, are you trying to be cautious as you're coming up, or are you just walking on up?
Yeah, I want to be somewhat, like, you know, somewhat careful.
Okay, so you're stealthing or not?
I'll stealth. But I get
so-
disadvantage.
Yeah, roll stealth checks then.
Trying to clank less.
Alright. Stealth.
Alright, so
Well, I'm doing fine.
you're nice and loud and clanky. And so now you can kind of see into the cave. The orc that you saw earlier has kind of bandaged up the wound she had with cloth or something, and she is passed out and snoozing on what appears to be a roughly cobbled together bed. There's a table with one chair. There's like some other pieces of furniture that honestly seems to be made out of like pallets and other just boxes that have been thrown together.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And the cat kind of runs in, scampers around. Like, it looks like it feels at home here.
That's very unusual. I've not really known orcs to keep pets and garden.
I've not known many orcs.
Well, I mean, we've dealt with them a couple of times over the years when I was working as a god, basically, but they mainly just band together in tribes, and I mean, they tend to take their vegetables off other people, and they tend to eat pets rather than keep them, in my experience at least.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm assuming you're having this conversation in a normal volume, but yeah, the orc is snoring like... It sounds like... Well, you don't have trains or trucks in this world, so it's like thunder rolling in.
I mean,
It is quite possibly the loudest snoring you ever heard in your entire life. And although it's not helped by the fact that it's kind of echoing off the walls of the cave, which is surrounding on all sides, so it's just kind of making a megaphone of snore echo.
Ye gods, it sounds like a futuristic propulsion device.
Oh man.
I do imagine that was what that would sound like. Well, what do we do? I don't want to stab it while it's sleeping. It seems a little unusual.
I'd rather not.
Well, should we wake it up?
Although, that would solve the problem.
I'm sure we'd get, well, I would say that I'd be sure we'd get paid, but I have no particular faith in that regardless of the outcome.
Given the state of the surroundings, I'm beginning to suspect that the orc is killing these gnolls for no better reason than a bit of sport.
Could be, and I wouldn't blame it. Well, should we try to wake it, or should we wait out here for it to come out?
Well, it's only just gone to sleep. I don't know how long we're going to be waiting.
That's a good point. Alright, I'm gonna stride in through the doorway.
Alright, so you stride in through the doorway. The cat kind of looks at you and makes a sort of meow. And looking at the cat, the cat seems like relatively well fed, so it's in good condition. It's not like a beaten and abused cat.
Feral type.
Yeah, it looks like it's like maybe even been brushed once or twice recently.
Okay, well I'm gonna head over to this, and I'm gonna nudge the orc with my foot.
Alright.
Roll a nudge check.
Yeah. Yeah, there's still snoring.
Alright, I'm gonna shove it roughly with my foot.
Alright, make an athletics check.
He's gonna get that nat 20 and
Alright,
against the wall.
So you shove the orc enough that it kind of wakes and rolls over and blinks. Is like, eh? Why are you here?
We followed you here.
Why?
We're here to investigate, well, some disturbances in the local town. You seem to be involved, but I'm a little bit confused as to, I mean, this isn't normal orcish, dwelling that I'd expect to encounter. Why were you fighting the gnolls?
The gnolls raid the town. They take the food. I just want help. I just want to help. You can
want to
tell.
help?
You can tell she's like struggling with the common tongue, as though she's not very well practiced in it. She's sitting up now, by the way. Like, her clothes are made entirely out of burlap. She's huge. She's jacked, but she's like rubbing her eyes all sleepy like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want to help the villagers? The humans?
Yes.
Why?
Because when I was in the wildlands, the other orcs threw me out. So I come here. And I want to live in the village. And I want to help. But they just scream and they run away. So I see the gnolls. And the gnolls, they steal the food. So I try to make them stop. And now more screaming and more fighting, and I don't like it.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
I gotta say, that's,
And the cat kind of jumps up on her lap, and she starts petting the cat.
huh. So, now the villagers obviously are a bit confused and scared by all this. And I have to say I'm a little confused myself, but... So you're trying to get rid of the gnolls, which is quite commendable. They're vermin. This is a strange situation. Flood tests. What do you make of all this?
I don't know that one orc is going to be able to get rid of all this.
Yeah.
You cut out a
Good
bit, by the way.
point, there's a lot.
Oh, am I?
Just a little
Just
bit.
a tiny bit, though.
Apparently you got better internet than Oog, though. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess.
I think he called and complained, and then that was the problem. Like, if he had
They
just
just-
not said anything,
They just
it would have been back
off.
to normal.
They're like, yeah, well, fuck this guy.
Yeah, Dave, when my
Anyway.
internet went out, all of our internet went out for like the whole
Oh,
apartment
man.
complex.
Yeah.
Oh, what the
But
hell?
ours is back, but one of our guys who lives upstairs apparently called and bitched, and like now he still doesn't have his internet back.
Just him.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, anyway, though, as I was saying, I don't think one orc is going to be able to kill all the gnolls. They probably have some kind of settlement, and trying to charge in alone and kill all of them ultimately lead to either your death or it would force them to relocate, and then you'd have to track them all over again.
Mm.
She looks like she's thinking, but her brain is like working at the pace of like a 56K modem right now.
Mhm.
Like it's still dialing up while she's trying to comprehend why that's not a good idea.
If you only fight the gnolls when they come to the village, you will fight them forever. They will never stop coming to the village, and you won't be able to kill all of them. So if you'd like to get rid of them, then we would have to find where they are, and, well, make sure that they don't reside there anymore.
She thinks, and she's like, okay.
Okay.
Do you know where they're coming from?
She shakes her head. She's like, probably the woods.
I look outside of the cave. Like, how much of this land is woods?
Okay, so like the whole, just like to the north of it, like there's the woods probably stretch it back for a decent little bit. It would, if you're just looking for like a settlement, it would take a while to find.
Okay. Well, I think the townspeople are as scared of you as they are of the gnolls. At the moment.
Not to mention, you keep destroying the the buildings, the residences of the
It's
townspeople.
true.
And she's like, not my fault. Sometimes the gnolls, they run and I miss.
Hmm. Well, I don't think this orc is the main threat to the villagers. I suppose to get paid, we're going to need to get rid of the gnolls.
Or at least direct them to some other food source.
That could work too if we could just drive them out. They're fairly persistent, but if redirected correctly, that may work.
Yeah. We'll have to find out where they are first.
Okay.
She's kind of looking between the two of you, and every time you say a word that seems longer than 3 syllables, she gets confused and has to, like, think for a second.
Well, if you help us destroy the gnolls or get rid of them, then we might be able to make the people stop thinking you're bad.
And at this, she just gets up, she's like, okay.
But I don't know. It's hard for me to tell.
Okay.
We can try.
Well, it's not
Okay.
for us to decide.
That's true.
She gets up, she's still kind of bleeding, but, like, she seems ready to go.
Let me see. I think we should rest, certainly, before we head out, if we're going to try and find them.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Do you think we should try to head out and find them, just rest and then go try to find them, or should we, I'd say report back, but there's not very much to report back to in that village.
I don't know what use that would be. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're right.
While you guys are deciding, it looks like she's gonna lay down and go back to sleep.
Okay. Alright, well, shall we rest?
Yes, let's.
Alright, so there is, like, a decent enough place to set up camp right around, like, here. You could probably set up your tents.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
Oh. Someone moved me for me.
I have access to
Tyrant.
all of you.
Hey,
What? Impossible.
his
GM
power is far greater
privileges.
than I imagined.
More than enough to kill anything that moves. You're pretty good. Alright, so the sun goes down, you guys set up camp and drift off to sleep.
And then
Execute Order 66.
execute order sexy sex.
Alright, so you wake up the next morning feeling quite refreshed after camping.
Quite.
You gain the effects of a long rest, so heal up and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll kind of pack up my tent and bedroll and everything. I'll eat some rations.
I will eat some rations too, because I'm not a high enough level to just sup on the mountain mist.
Yeah.
That's something that Monk eventually gets, apparently.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you-
that's cool.
Remove the need to eat food or stop aging.
Yeah. You just become zen as fuck.
Zen as fuck.
Just become one with the cosmos.
Exactly.
Alright, so the pumpkins are successfully watered, the cat is successfully fed, and the orc seems ready to go.
Ready to go.
Alright, so where are you guys
Okay.
heading first?
Well, I just want to say, like, for, like, orc, do you have a name?
Urgwa.
Urgwa. Okay,
You're
I'm
okay.
Reinald.
Reinald.
And I am Thutas.
Tatas.
Yeah,
Close enough.
close enough.
Alright.
Okay. Where should we start?
That's a good question. I guess we could go back to the fields where that scuffle was yesterday.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
See if we can
Sure.
find signs of their passing.
Yeah.
And footprints.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, let's head back.
So you return. God, this is messy. You would not believe how many pages I have that are just named Untitled.
Maybe you should start titling them.
Maybe I should, but I'm doing that live!
I'm still damaged on this screen.
Heal yourself up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so you're back where you were yesterday.
Okay, so can I see any kind of like bloodstains, tracks, anything like that?
So the bloodstains that were there yesterday aren't fresh anymore, but they do still exist. They're a little bit harder to follow, though.
Okay.
You remember from yesterday that it seems like the gnolls went this way.
They went that away.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm gonna head like over up to the side of the field and see if I can find some tracks to follow.
Alright, make survival checks for the both of you.
I will survive.
Mate.
Reineld, you don't find shit. As for the Tass, you notice like the faintest little blood trail kind of heading off in this direction.
Got you, fam.
Got it?
Nice.
I found a trail.
Oh no.
Okay.
Have I run out of... Okay, no, I've not run out of new pages. Alright, I was about to become concerned. Like, oh man, I've hit my limit.
To get more pages, pay for the premium version.
I already have the premium version.
Well, let's follow it along then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let me just kind of copy all you guys so I can drag you onto yet another screen. Except you're not in good, easily copyable locations.
Hey.
This
There we
post
go.
can only be viewed if you upgrade to 4chan Gold.
Let's not go there, my guy. Enough with the old memes.
I'm
I
old.
like to think of them as
These are the
vintage.
memes I know.
Let's just get Pedo Bear out of here. Now that duck rolling, that's an old meme. That's from-
that's properly like classic.
Yeah, that's a vintage meme.
Yeah.
That's like
yeah.
dancing baby era.
Almost.
Alright. Let's see.
Thudtas, I found a
Yes.
green.
What the? I don't want a box. No. No
A
boxes.
vast green expanse.
I found a vast green expanse with a box in it.
The box. A green box.
It is actually a tree.
But in fact, it was a
A green cloud.
a green cloud. Yes, a green land cloud. I've seen its kind before.
Yes, yes.
Alright, so you kind of make your way up through this area. The tracks are becoming a little more evident.
A little more.
Just a little more. Not a lot more, but a little more.
Okay.
But as you kind of make your way up, you can find some gnolls who are kind of sat round in a huddle.
Oh, okay.
They are sleeping. They appear to have attempted to have tended to their wounds, but kind of failed.
Okay.
But
So
they're
I'm
all still like
point-
half asleep.
Yeah, I think
There's like a little bit of a pile of bones, but basically all the food that seems to be scattered around here looks like it was just scraps from a table that have been picked even cleaner than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the plan? Should we?
I don't like killing men or beasts in their sleep. There's no honor in that.
It's true.
Wake them up and then kill
It's
them.
true.
Wake him up and then kill him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Hmm.
They're just going to ravage the countryside if we don't. I'll look around. Are there any, like, rocks or stones on the ground next to me?
If you fish, like, you probably don't find like a large stone, but you can find a rock that's probably like skipping size.
Okay. I throw a rock at the knoll.
Make a dexterity check. It'll technically count it as an attack roll. So you try to throw it this way, but unfortunately you're not that great at throwing rocks, and so it just kind of goes off this way into the trees.
That's it. Those darn skipping stone aerodynamics
Yeah.
kind of veered off to the
Urgwa
right.
looks at you like, you know throw good.
That rock was really weirdly shaped.
Yeah. So she finds a similarly sized rock, and
She's just super dexterous.
it thwacks one of the kobolds straight in the head, and they wake up and roll initiative.
All
Let's
right.
get some.
I'm glad we decided to. Hey, there we go.
I'm still, like, looking off into the trees, like, what the hell happened with that rock?
Oh, it wasn't selected. And then the gnolls get their 14. Why is there no, like, enter button for this? Okay, there is an enter button. You actually have to physically hit
Uh-huh.
the button for enter.
Wait a minute.
Alright. So the rock has been thrown and the gnolls are now awake. So Thudtas, your go.
The stone is cast.
Yep.
Well, that being the case, I too will cast a stone. But let it not be said that I cast the first stone.
Alright. So you're actually throwing the rock with the intent to do damage.
Yes.
Alright. Launch it.
Dexterity roll?
Yeah, make a dexterity check.
Okay. Whoop.
Oddly enough, it goes off in the precise same direction. And Urgwa looks at you like, you no throw good either. Alright, it is now time for Knoll Party.
This is an embarrassing moment.
So this one is going to wake up and draw his bow.
Oh,
And
crap.
Let me... He remembered.
Reinald, don't you have a crossbow?
Yes, I do.
What is with these rolls, my boy?
I thought it was dishonorable.
Well,
Ow.
Yep, and that's straight into Reinald's gut.
it's seeming like a worse idea.
I
As
am
time goes
much
on.
less enthusiastic about treating them honorably at this point.
This one
Nat
picks up his
one.
bow, fires it, and oddly enough, it goes right in this direction, sailing over his comrade's head. And the last one will advance kind of underneath this tree over here. And he will make his own longbow attack. And does that hit you, Thutess?
It barely misses.
And so it just grazes over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, now it is Urgwa's turn. And let's see, how far is there to run? Still a few too many feet. However, orcs have a innate racial ability that lets her run like hell towards this guy and start going for the chop. However, it is not a good enough chop to hit, so it kind of bounces off his shield. Reinald, your go.
Okay.
How's he using a shield with a bow?
It's just like on his arm.
Oh, like a buckler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I can get up to here. I'm gonna run up here.
You know, back in old rules, that would make it so that your arrows have a disadvantage to hit.
I am going to... I'm gonna fire my crossbow at this one.
Alright, make your roll.
Charging crossbow attack. I like
Yep. Classic. Do I get advantage?
For...
Kind of flanking?
Nah, it's gotta be... Well... fuck it, why not?
Alright.
But just this once, though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
it. He's just gonna.
I will
keep
say
asking
because
for
he
it now.
also literally just woke up and is fighting less than 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one will hit. Roll your damage.
Oh, look at that. Solid 7 damage.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so this one is hit. Thutas, here you go.
Well, I'm gonna say, I don't know if like in character I know anything about archery tactics, but you gotta approach from the flank, right? So they have to fire over their comrades to hit you.
Sure, we'll go with that. And
So I'm gonna come in from
once
the
again, I
flank.
realize that none of this has been visible. So, okay, cool.
None of what?
On the stream, because I'm going
Oh,
off
on the
this,
stream, on
this
the
other
stream.
thing that I'm not managing.
Okay.
So,
So I'm gonna attempt to smack the kobold
good old.
with the. Oh yeah, well it looks like a kobold. I need my glasses. With my quarterstaff.
That is some successful clubbing.
Well, you know, that's the one thing I'm good at.
Yep.
And give it a perfectly average bludgeon.
Alright, perfectly
5
average
damage.
bludgeon, as it were, and now it is their turn. So, this first one on the right here is a bit engaged with Urgwa, so he's going to go for a spear attack. And that is a successful connection, and holy crap-a-moly, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds like the dude from Flex Tape. That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage. Is our new friend gonna die?
Maybe.
She ain't looking too hot. Like that pierced like through the burlap sack clothing and all the way out to the other side. So
Ooh.
Oh.
not looking like a happy time there.
Yeah.
All right, this boy is going to run up on Rhino here.
Oh
and
man.
gonna go
Taking the initiative.
for a similar attack.
Yeah, get fucked, son. 18 AC. I don't care about your spear.
18 AC. All right then, it just kind of dinks
Yeah.
off you.
Just get off.
All
It's a
right,
glancing blow.
and this
Yep.
last one will move 1 square to the south and attack the invisible on my screen foot toss.
Also on my screen.
I'm here, guys.
Yeah, just hiding beneath a tree.
This is a monkey stealthy.
And that's going to be a Misserino.
That is a Misserino, absolutely.
Alright, so
I'm
come
gonna
back.
have to try and do some crazy monk shit at some point.
We have come back around to Urgwa, who I don't remember if...
Hmm?
She doesn't have that, Alright, so at this point, she is entering Rage.
Oh, it's rage time.
Yeah, and she is extremely pissed off. And gonna make another Great Axe attack. And just misses utterly, completely.
Oh no.
And that's just, yeah, that's complete miss. Great. Reynold's turn.
Debating whether to go. Okay, well, I'm just going to smack this knoll in front of me.
Alright.
Standard smack. That misses, I guess.
Yeah, that's gonna be a missed smack.
So I'm gonna use my action surge to smack it again.
Alright, smack him again. That does not hit.
Okay.
All right.
Thud
Well,
Tass, your go.
It looks like it's time to Thud and Tass. As it were. Specifically, we're going clubbing once again.
Alright. That is a successful smack.
Absolutely.
And that is some
Maximum damage. Maximum damage smack.
successful damage.
Damage! And
Alright, so you've knocked him silly and he's gonna like stagger around and fall over. So he's
oh, he's unconscious?
well no, he just like falls to the ground, so now he's on the ground. Prone, as it were.
Oh no. I am using a key point to use Flurry of Blows to land 2 unarmed strikes.
Alright, we'll hit him.
Alright. Do I get automatic hit since he's prone, or how does that work?
I think you get
You
advantage.
get
on it.
advantage.
Advantage? Okay. How do you calculate whether it hits?
On an unarmed strike should just
Yeah.
be a like make it a dex check. It's basically the same thing at that point. I don't think you get any bonuses to it.
Okay. So I'll make 1 for each strike.
Yep, you can re-roll the second one if you want, because you have advantage, so it's basically a second roll.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming you would want to take the first one since it actually hit.
Yeah.
Well, you can re-roll them both just in case you get a crit.
Well, but I want to keep one of them.
Well, no, you can make another roll. Like, you take the better of 2 rolls. Okay, either
Oh,
way,
okay.
you got 2 successful hits, so
Neat.
roll your damage on those. What is damage on an
okay.
unarmed strike?
It's D4.
D4.
Okay, well, roll your d4s.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
That's not right.
No, it is. It
That's-
is.
No, it's supposed to be 2d4, right?
Yeah, that's 2 times the outcome of 1 dice roll, but whatever. You can add your dex to it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, add dex. So +2,
Mhm.
10 damage. Wait, for each strike though. So it'd
Well, that
be
would be the total.
Yeah.
12
So
damage?
either way, save you some effort. This is a dead boy.
Okay.
All
Just-
right.
Alright, finally getting to do some monk crazy shit.
All right. The knoll up at the top is now found himself in a peculiar situation because he cannot get his spear out of Urgua's stomach. So instead, he's going to quite potentially make the biggest mistake of his life and try to grapple her and get it out. Let's see how it
Get
goes.
Those noodle arms. Is that just like instant KO?
It turns into a pop-up power bomb.
Pop-up power bomb. That's a reversal.
The Kevin Owens pop-up power bomb with the finger of America. And we'll say that does. So yeah, he's gonna take some damage for his shovel when he gets like sat down there. All right, and this last one, still having his spear, is going to make another attack at Reineld.
Is he prone?
No, he's not prone.
Okay.
Nope.
And doink, just dinks off. All right, Urgua's turn.
And armor class
So
too.
she's going to, whilst raging, kind of like run back, sort of bounce off the tree, and come back in for a axe slam.
God damn it, dude.
I'll say he's prone though, because he got power bombed, so
yes.
that'll be advantage.
Yeah.
It's like a choke slam, but with an axe.
And there's also a bonus because of the rage, so that actually will hit. And does some acceptable level of damage to him.
Minimum damage.
Yeah, it's actually probably about as low as it can go.
It is as low as it can go.
Yep.
You
Right,
got a 1 on your 1d12.
Yeah. Reinhold, your turn.
Okay. Yep, so I'm going to confidently bring my greatsword and slash this guy.
That is a
There
good
we go.
slash.
That's a nice confident strike. 13.
And that is a dead boy.
Confident damage. Like it.
Thud Tass, your go.
Let's keep this momentum. Okay. I am going to assist our raging friend and quickly, gracefully move behind this kobold. I mean, Null.
You're getting the two quite mixed up.
And I'm going to bludgeon it.
That's some good
You are
bludgeoning.
going to bludgeon it.
Alright, roll your damage.
And I get maximum damage
That is
bludgeons.
a dead boy. And that will be the end of our combat.
All right. Finally
Very
got to unlock the hidden power of my own dragonkin body.
Alright, at
Very
this
good.
point, Urgwa is going to cease raging and realize that there's a big fucking spear through her stomach and she's not too happy about it.
Okay. So that's that doesn't look too good, Oba.
No. We should probably try to treat it.
Yep. Do you know how to treat that?
Well, I could try. Like, roll a medicine check? Yeah?
Yeah, you can roll a medicine check, see how that goes for you.
See if I can medicine. It's pretty good. It's better than.
Alright, so you're able to stop the bleeding
Mhm.
around it, but enough common sense tells you that if you yank it out, it's probably going to be worse.
Yeah.
And that if you wanted to get it out, it would be better to pull from the pointy end that's like already all the way through.
Right. All right.
If she's like not bleeding anymore, like she's not losing any
Uh-huh.
more of her precious HPs.
Oh, good. Well, happily, we're all stable, so perhaps we should treat this injury before we press on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
And she's just gonna sit down like it hurts.
I'm sure it does. So can we pull this out without starting any more bleeding?
It's going to start some more bleeding, but we definitely have to pull it out from the side that has the pointy end. We can't pull it out the way it came in.
Alright. Oh, you're the doctor.
I guess so.
Alright.
Alright. Let's make it a collaborative effort. You push, I'll pull.
Alright, sounds good.
And try not to shake it around.
Okay, I'll try not to
Alright,
shake it
alright.
around.
Alright, make it. Both of you make the medicine checks at advantage.
At
Oh, okay.
advantage.
Yeah,
Alright.
because you're assisting one another.
How do you... Okay.
It should query you.
Advantage.
Well, I got a 12.
Alright, so you managed to yank it out, and it's not in there anymore, but there is some bleeding still going on now. It's becoming kind of apparent that she should probably see a real doctor of some sort, or at least get some sort of qualified medical aid.
Where
But
are we
at
gonna
least she
find somebody that'll...
At least she doesn't have a spear sticking through her anymore.
That's true. That is true. Well, where are we gonna find somebody that would, treat an orc?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good question.
Well, I imagine if you knew the answer, you wouldn't have asked it. But
Yeah.
honestly, nothing comes to mind that's nearby anyway.
I suppose the most ideal thing would be to try and find kind of a herbalist or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that village is not going to be of any particular use, I don't think.
And I don't know if they're going to be particularly friendly to the orc who has been smashing up their homes.
That's a good point.
Perhaps one of the other villages, or...
One of the other villages might at least know where we could find somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, Urgwa is still, like, no help. She's just kind of clutching her stomach going, it hurts.
Okay, let's go to the next village up. See if we can find some kind of herbalist, hedge wizard, shaman. You know, maybe they even have a church with a cleric. I doubt it, but we can try.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are going
We
to
should
attempt to do a little bit of traveling. Wait. Okay. I thought I heard something. Turns out I didn't hear something.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll a perception check.
Alright, so at this point, you guys are right around here. So over to your west at a decent distance would be Wintervale, and then Springvale is kind of to your northwest. They're probably roughly the same distance at this point to any of the three villages you're kind of between.
And then I assume the other two are Summervale and the other Season Vale.
Christmas Vale.
Christmas Vale.
Yeah, you're not sure what the last veil is. They're not labeled. They're just labeled as the Golden Chain, but you've heard talk of them.
Yeah.
Well, if we
Well-
head to the one northwest, then we'll be more in the middle of various villages.
Yeah, if we have to head to another village, it would be
Hmm.
advantageous to go there, but it's probably... I don't know. It's hard to tell from the map. It might be a bit longer journey.
Yeah, it would probably be about half an hour at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no problem. Let's do it.
Alright, so
Alright.
you kind of make your way along to the village of Springvale. And you arrive, and it bears a shocking similarity to Autumnvale in terms of there really not being shit there. You see the
Right.
same farmer that you saw before that kind of brought you up on his cart. And he's like, "What are y'all folks doing? Why you got that big old orc with you?"
We've just been trying to fight some gnolls. But, turns out this orc is trying to fight the gnolls as well. Do you know there might be a healer?
A healer? We usually, if we need one of them, we typically gotta ask somebody from the Crown City. But I did, I think there's gonna be somebody here soon, no way, because my cow been sick, and I already asked for a vet to come out, so maybe a vet might be able to. I don't know how orcs are like that, but I've had a vet come up several times to work on my chickens and my pigs and my cows, and he begins
Yes, we
listing
understand.
Yeah.
the 60 farm animals.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know that there's not any herbalist or anything around?
No, we were supposed to be getting one up in Summervale not too long ago, but I don't know what happened. They were supposed to be coming all the way from one of the big cities down there on them islands, but I don't know where they ended up.
Okay.
Like, at this point, you can kind of see the sun has started to set, and like what appears to be the last wagon is starting to roll into town. And there's another typical farmer type yokel on it, and then a mysterious hooded figure sitting on the back.
Okay.
A mysterious hooded figure, you say?
Well,
Yes,
that could be anybody.
Yes, if you have a look at them, they're kind of short, kind of pudgy, may or may not have red hair.
Hang on, I'm gonna jog on over there and, see if I can get a look at them.
Clank, clank, clank.
Yeah.
They hop off the back of the cart and pull their hood down and look up at you and like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And it's the same alchemist from before.
It's pretty, it's
Well-
pretty handy that you're here just now.
Oh, what?
So,
You got some more weird, freaky shit for me to heal?
yes,
As a matter
Yes!
of fact, we do.
we exactly do.
Let me see what you got going on. And the short little alchemist kind of teeters and totters his or her way over to the quite large orc. It's like, "Ooh, you didn't happen to pull a spear out of there, did you? You should have just left it in if you did."
Well,
You're
how was
gonna
I
leave a
supposed to know
spear.
that?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, most people think that you should probably pull the spear out because that way you get the nasty stuff out of the body, but really it's preventing additional bleeding by staying in there.
Alright, well, I'm not some
Well,
doctor healing boy.
you're the doctor.
So
Oh.
the alchemist kind of lays the orc down, does a little bit of inspection, pulls the rags and bandages away, and starts going through his or her bag of a just ludicrous amount of potions that don't seem to be very safely kept. Like it's just a bunch of glass vials in a bag that are clinking and clanking around. And finds some sort of potion, starts rubbing it into the wound, and Urgwa starts to make this strange little chortled laugh type sound and shake a little bit. And the wound, the gap kind of starts closing up.
Huh.
And as that's going on, the alchemist gives her the flask off her hips. Like, here, take a sip of this, just a small sip. It'll make you feel better. And Urgwa takes a sip and then just kind of like lays down in the grass and looks to either side. He's like, the grass is purple.
Yes.
Me purple.
Yes, it's all purple.
Well, this went about exactly as I thought it would.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be bleeding anymore.
And
I'm just looking on in disgusted fascination with all of this.
The alchemist shakes his or her head and like, nope, no more bleeding.
Oh, that's a pretty good job. I don't know how we're gonna clear out the gnolls without an orc that really hates gnolls. Is definitely something I'd want involved.
True. All right, y'all go on about your way. I gotta go have a look at this cow.
All right.
So
Alright then.
the alchemist kind of follows the Farmer Jenkins around to a barn. Make a perception check really quick.
It's always a perception check.
Always a perception check. You didn't see shit. Neither of you noticed anything suspicious at all.
Cool.
Well,
Nothing suspicious was seen that day.
I sure am glad there's nothing suspicious around here.
Me
All
too.
right.
Threadbare.
So at this point, the sun is most of the way down. It's looking to be about 6 or 7 o'clock. Farmers and yokels would be starting to turn in at around this time.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should probably rest and then make our way back to the Null encampment and then see if we can pick up the trail again.
I agree.
Alright, well, at this
Once
point, Urgwa is already passed out in the grass, snoring definitely and, like, whispering things about purple.
Wonder if there's somewhere we can sleep. If I look around, are there any more farmers I can get a hold of and ask for somewhere to sleep?
Oh, the last person you saw that was out and about and awake in this town was, you ass! I'll fill you in on that later. It's not a stain, it's an alcohol stain.
Yeah, it's not a stain, it's an alcohol stain. Glad you understand.
Alright, so, yeah, at this point, Urgwa's already passed out in the grass, and the last guy you saw awake was Farmer Jenkins, who's currently preoccupied. You hear the loudest and strangest moo you've ever heard in your entire life come from the barn there.
That'll be our
Okay.
alchemist.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I've never heard a cow make that sound before. Maybe,
It's
can I
not.
try and... No. Well, if there's a barn, maybe we can just sleep at the barn. I'm sure the cow's probably not going to mind.
Probably not.
Alright, I'm gonna grab Oh god.
Make a strength check.
Yeah. Try to just drag them.
Yeah, you can
So-
get her to an upright sitting position, but that's the best you can do.
I'm gonna help out. I'm struggling.
My God, the nat ones.
This is ridiculous.
I just
Nothing but nat ones today.
kind of
All right, she does eventually wake up though, and she
start
kind of
lifting with my back and not with my knees.
yeah. So you've thrown out your back. You take 2
Yeah.
points of damage.
Okay.
Alright, so you kind of put her, like both of you put her over his shoulder and like slowly but surely drag your way into the barn.
Yeah.
And Farmer Jenkins is dumping some gold coins into the hand of the alchemist. And he turns to you guys and was like, "What can I do you for?"
You mind if we sleep in here?
I mean, if y'all want. The cow don't bite, I promise.
Yeah. How is your cow?
It's gonna be doing better now. Old Bessie is, she's feeling a little better. She made some
That's-
funny laughing. I ain't never heard a cow laugh before, but I guess you
Yeah,
don't
me
never
neither.
know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear your cow's gonna be okay.
The alchemist has that effect on people.
Yep. What's all this about the purple?
It's... I don't know. I think it's one of... Don't think it's... Yeah, it's just alchemy. Though, you know how it is.
Roll one more perception check.
Alright. Finally, I get to redeem myself. Once I
God, boys.
find
Help.
the tab.
It's
Please.
just above performance and persuasion.
No, I was
Oh.
tabbed out. Perception. Yes.
Wait.
Okay, you just barely notice a dim green flash.
A dim green flash.
Yeah, but it was just the slightest little thing.
From which direction?
Well, you're inside the barn now, so it was just somewhere outside the barn, and it kind of lit up the
Oh.
walls in the barn just the tiniest little bit.
Well, what was that?
What was what?
Thought I saw something flash green.
Huh. I thought
Outside
thought
the
I
barn.
just... Yeah. Huh. Go outside and kind of like look around, look out towards the fields.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't really see anyone or anything.
Because it's dark as shit.
Well, it's dark, and also it's late. Nobody's going to be out there.
Okay. Oh, that's weird.
Well, I wish I could say think nothing of it, but
Mm,
mm,
I know what you mean. Well, hopefully it's nothing to do with us.
hopefully not.
All right.
Although, now that I think about it, green flashing reminds me, for some reason, of the teleport stones.
You're right, I think it might have been green. I'm not sure. You might be right.
Might have something to do with that.
All right, so with nothing left to do in the evening, you kind of lay down in one hay pile each and drift off to sleep. And you wake up in the morning, kind of get your bearings, look around. Roll a 1d1, nat 1. Yeah. Right now, you wake up, you feel some weird, suspicious feeling, and you see that the cow is, in fact, licking your hair, and now your hair is, like, entirely messed up.
Cowlick.
I just like shove the cow away forcefully as I like stand up.
Yeah, the cow kind of moves a little bit of that, but otherwise doesn't care.
What are you doing, cow?
Rawr.
Ugh. Fine.
It's not that funny. All right. So you've all woken up, even Urgwa, who kind of staggers to her feet. She's like, not purple anymore.
No, it does stop eventually.
All right, so you've woken up, and you've gained the benefits of a long rest. So the HP
Cool.
comes back, amongst other things.
All
Your
right.
key points or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Bam. Now I can do some shit.
Some shit.
Fuck yeah.
All right, what are you guys trying to do at this point?
You know, if I want. I thought we were gonna go try and head back to that where we saw those 3 gnolls and see what we could see.
Saw.
Saw.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
We don't have any other leads at this point.
No. Yep, let's do that.
All right. Let's head back to the southeast.
All right, so it takes you most of the day, but you get to where you previously were, and the gnoll bodies were still laying there and dead.
All right.
They have, in fact, not changed in their deadness since last time.
Well,
So you're saying
Nothing's-
they're not zombie gnolls.
No,
That's good.
that is not the case.
nothing's dragged them off and begun to feast on them.
Can I search the bodies?
Yes, you can search the bodies. Make investigation check.
All right. It's finally looting time. All right. I'm going to kind of look at Rhino with a condescending manner and then after like 2 minutes start to do it myself.
Okay, so all you really find are the weapons they had on them, maybe a couple of bone necklaces, and some stashed away, like, now rotting food.
Nope, that's boring.
They did have a couple of spears, they had longbows.
Hmm.
I suppose the problem now is how to find our way to where they were going, as they have
Yes.
not made tracks leading to it, as they are now dead.
Right.
Well, if you have a look around the place, you can see that this was at some point sort of a gnoll encampment, but now it's kind of been torn to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
May have something to do with
Okay.
people running in here and killing everyone.
Right.
Are there any other kind of like tracks leading to or away from here?
Only the ones that you made coming in and going out. There were, like, other tracks of the gnolls that were kind of heading the same way back towards the village, but it seems like this was the end destination.
Well, we've got a couple options. We could either go back to the village and wait until they attack again, if they attack again. Or we could press on in a random direction that's vaguely around and try to find where they've scampered off to.
Yeah. I suppose, if I was a gnoll, where would I be? Look around at the surrounding landscape. What does it look like?
Seems to be a lot more of the same in terms of trees, bushes, You can tell, like, maybe if you were to go even further east, maybe some dry land, but that's about it.
Hmm.
Uruguay kind of comes over and, like, sort of kicks one of the bodies just to kick it. Or, like, sort of nudges it over with her foot, just like,
So you said the gnolls, it looks like they were coming to stop here.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's annoying because I don't see any other gnolls here.
Yes.
Make perception checks.
Perception. Yeah. There's that 16. Nice.
Alright. You do not see any gnolls.
Okay. Is there any... That's good. That is good to know. I was really enjoying not seeing any gnolls.
You don't see any alive gnolls, you just see the dead ones.
Yeah. That's cool. So, there were any sort of signs of like a semi-permanent encampment here?
Yeah, you can tell, like, I mean, obviously they didn't have the greatest setup in terms of places they were going to sleep, but, like, they were staying here pretty clearly, and just a small number of them.
We could wait here a while, but I don't see what that would achieve beyond, like... I think if we're going to wait around somewhere, it'd be better to wait back at the village.
I agree. If we're waiting here, they will see us before we see them, especially if we make camp.
Yeah, certainly.
Alright, so you guys are going to attempt to progress back to the village?
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright. So you guys make it back to the village. Are you bringing Urgwa with you, or what?
That's a good question.
Oh, there's the pig. I don't know.
Nemesis.
Probably.
We meet again.
We should probably ask Urgwa whether she wants to come with us to the village.
That's a good idea.
To present her case to the villagers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should do that.
She's like, I'll come.
Okay.
And she comes along
All
with...
right. Whoop.
However, the villagers, like, kind of come out of their homes. They see her there, and they just aren't taking kindly to her presence in the slightest. Some of them are bringing literal pitchforks.
Mm-hmm.
And this music is too happy. I need less happy music.
This is where we have to use the pig.
I'm gonna preemptively grab it.
Don't know how to use that.
And so they're starting to form. Well, they can't really form an angry mob because there's not really enough of them. But there's like an angry blob.
Okay.
And
all right.
They're kind of yelling and shouting things like, "Get out of here!"
Okay, I'm gonna go over to them, wave at them, like put the pitchfork down. But it's not productive. All right, look, This orc just wants to kill the gnolls, just like any sensible-headed person. So we're gonna work together to try and find them. But
Well, the gnolls didn't bash our shit in. She been bashing our shit in.
Well, she didn't mean to.
What do you mean she didn't mean to? There's a damn hole in my house and my babies are sleeping and they're cold at night because there's a hole in the wall because of that orc. Roll a perception or a persuasion check.
Mm.
Hey, not bad.
So your voice kind of calms them down a little bit, and they're like, "You had best get to explaining."
Alright, look. We tracked, after we intervened in the fight, when we were here a few days ago, we were able to track the orc back. We were able to talk to her, and she's definitely very much trying to get rid of the gnolls. It's the gnolls that are trying to hurt your village.
The gnolls didn't never bash open our houses, and there was only a couple of them, and all they ever did was take the scraps.
Yeah, but the thing about gnolls, and believe me, I've dealt with them before, is that when a proper infestation of them sets in, they're going to start showing up, and instead of just taking the scraps, they're going to be taking your pigs, they're going to be taking your kids eventually. They don't...
And one of the kids runs up to the pig and grabs it. He's like, "Not the piggies!"
Yeah, exactly. Not the piggies.
Not the piggies!
They're not going to be content to just take your scraps forever. If they think that they can get away with it, they're going to start taking a hell of a lot more. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and find where the gnolls are hiding, and we're going to go there and, well, kill all of them. Hopefully.
Well, how many you done got?
We've killed... Let's see, we killed 3 last night, or yesterday. We killed several in the fight outside of town.
Well, there probably won't no more than that, so there ain't no damn reason for that orc to be in our town. Get her out!
Well, I don't really see... I mean, the orc is doing a hell of a lot more to try and protect your town, frankly, than, anybody else I've met since I got here.
We didn't ask for her to be here. We didn't want her to be here. We want her gone.
The point isn't... That's not the point. I mean, you could have sat around doing absolutely nothing for another few months or years, and then people would start being killed, and then you'd complain.
Perhaps it would be more productive to have her apologize for the damage she's caused.
Hmm.
She steps out front and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Instead of trying to convince the angry mob of villagers they're wrong to be angry.
You might be right. Maybe, look.
They are, there's unconvinced, and then there's decidedly unconvinced, and then there's where the townsfolk are now, and they're, lighting torches.
Look, what if the orc helps repair the damage that was caused to the town?
At this point, the mob is getting so loud that your voice can't really be heard above the shouting, and Urgwa is just gonna, fuck off and run away.
Well.
Okay, well.
We tried.
We did try. Alright, I'm gonna, grab the torch out of the nearest villager's hand and, chuck it on the ground and, cut that out. Grow up.
I thought you were about to say you were gonna grab the pig.
Grab the pig and run. Look, we've been sent here on official business to sort out the problems that, were afflicting your town. As far as I'm concerned, that's been sorted out.
And who sent you?
the Crown City, the people that are charged with protecting you,
The king?
the king.
Well, you go
not
tell the king that the
himself.
problem's done.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll do that. Long as we get paid.
Yeah. Fine.
We've done the work we were paid to do. There's no point trying to change society.
Yeah, you are right. It's just frustrating when...
As far as I'm concerned, anyway. Unless you have
I
some
think...
grand mission that you haven't told me about.
No, not really. I just want to get paid, but... I mean... If we didn't get all of the gnolls, then they're going to be in more trouble, but as far as I'm concerned, they can just deal with that.
We'll deal with it when it comes. And I'm assuming all these jobs left half done will catch up to us eventually.
I don't see why they would.
No, you don't think so?
No, I mean, they will, but... Hopefully after we've gotten paid.
Yes, hopefully after we've gotten paid. And if we get paid enough, we'll just be able to leave, but it has any effect on us.
True.
Or we'll be conscripted into fighting a war we don't want to fight. In the employ of a king who doesn't know how to lead.
I prefer not to think
That's-
about the impending, inevitable, crushing reality that presents itself.
You can comfort yourself with the fact that they don't have the force to contain us. If we do decide to go against their wishes.
Well, that
As
is
far
somewhat
as we know.
comforting.
Unless, of course, these useful teleportation crystals are some sort of control device.
Would you kindly go check out that Noel Smith station?
In any case, I think we should head back to the Chancellor and let him know that we have solved the problem to the village's satisfaction.
As low a standard as that may be, it seems to be
Yes.
the one that is needing to be satisfied, so yes, let's do that.
All right. Besides, it smells here.
That it does.
Of course, it
The
smells.
smell of the countryside is something that I did not miss, although the smell of the city isn't particularly better.
Alright, so if that's the case, are you
I was about to reconsider
setting
myself.
out?
Yeah. I'm thinking, like, do you wanna kind of wrap it up there, or should we, like,
We can at least hit a hook into the next one. It'll only take
Yeah,
about
okay,
15, 20
okay,
minutes.
All right.
sure, that sounds good.
Are we gonna try and hitch a ride back to the Crown City, or
Do these, well, can we use these stones, or do they just happen?
You can use them. I was in fact
Okay.
wondering why you had yet to use them.
because we are extremely suspicious of them? Of course.
I remain extremely suspicious of them, but at the same time, I don't really want to hitch a ride back with some other farm around here that
Yeah.
recited the list of 60 or 70 identical animals again.
Yes.
Alright,
All right.
pull out my teleportation amulet and,
I'm assuming you've kind of come out of town at this point, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so as you kind of make your way out of town, you see
Oh,
Urgwa
it's not
kind of running up to you with what appears to be just a box with some ropes on it in lieu of a pack on her back. and like it's kind of filled with like straw, 4 pumpkins, and the cat's riding on the back of it.
Well,
So-
let's the
Okay.
cat's here.
It appears as though she may or may not have picked up every single thing she owns.
Okay. Oh, go.
Yeah, so she's up. She kind of shows up like, okay, let's go.
Oh.
Oh.
So
So do these stones teleport in an area, or?
You'll
I think
just
they
have
just-
to see.
I think they just teleport individuals because they've teleported off individuals before.
That's true.
What are you planning to do, Urgwa? You seem to have packed up your home.
I'm coming with you. These people don't like me. You people
Oh.
don't not like me. So
They're
I'm
very
coming.
stupid people, Urgwa. Well, we need to go back to the Crown City, and
Yes.
they tend to not take too kindly to orcs there either. But
Have you ever tried to go to the Crown City? Or, well,
No, I come from the east. I never been that far west.
I see. Well, they're all delightfully racist.
he is right.
She doesn't understand that word, but she thinks she gets it.
Hmm. What was the other thing that they wanted us to do?
Oh, that's right. There were the disappearances. In Havenerton? Thereabout?
That's right.
Well, they were primarily in the Goatlands, but
Oh, Goatlands.
Oh yeah, okay.
I misremembered. So we could head up that way.
We could head up that way. I still want to get paid for this, but I'm not
Yes.
sure how we can travel around any kind of built-up areas with an orc in tow. But at the same time, I'd feel quite bad just abandoning her.
Yes.
abandoning
If
the
you
character took me like 30 entire minutes to roll up.
She's coming with you, or rocks will
God
fall.
damn it. Rocks fall, everyone dies.
DMPC.
Well, if you can find some other fucking PCs, we wouldn't have to do this.
We did.
You guys are gonna make the same stupid joke about me that you make every time.
Uh,
I mean, man, look, it's not a stain.
okay, moving on.
Alright. Memes aside.
I think it would be a good idea to continue to the Goatlands. As
Okay.
far as travel time is concerned, if we can get both jobs out of the way, it might even impress our Chancellor friend.
That's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that. Okay.
Alright, so you're going to start marching up towards the Goatlands?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's about 25 feet away.
25 extremely long feet. So you're kind of making your way out that way,
Making our way downtown.
Yes.
walking fast, faces pass.
Exactly. Something.
To the Goatlands.
Yeah.
Diddly-diddly-do.
Oh, I found the bridge.
Yeah, it's just these words. They're like etched in the ground. But yes, at that point, I think we can probably safely wrap it up there.
That seems like a
Okay.
good point.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Alright. You guys should have...
not too bad.
You have gained 700 experience points from
Ooh,
today's
nice.
session. So that probably puts you in level up territory.
I think it does. Yeah, it does.
1300.
Yeah, 1300. Sweet. I'm going to do my level up next time. I'll remember to.
I get another level? Crazy. And that means I get 7 more HP, right?
Something along
You
those
actually you can either roll or you can take the flat one, but you have to stick with your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the flat one. I'm not gonna roll if they give me a 5 on the D8.
There's a reason Ditcher only has like 20 HP at level 5.
So now I'm back to where I thought I was to begin with.
Fair.
I've got 24 HP maximum. Feeling
Nice. Nice. Alright. I'm going to head off, and I'll catch you guys next week.
Alright, catch you later.
good. Yep.
Alright. See you.
See ya. And